Hello, my friends, and welcome to a brand new episode of Discourse in Magic. My name is Jonah Babbins, and today we are talking about touring, all of the places that I am touring and going to in the month of August, and maybe where we can meet up, hang out, jam, get a coffee. You can see me perform. We can do whatever people do when they meet up. And I want to tell you about not only the lectures and shows that I'm doing that you may be able to see, but also some tips on how you can book your own lectures and shows with the same way that I am doing it. So first, let's talk about where I'll be hitting the road. First off, in August, I am headed to Las Vegas for Magic Live, an incredibly fun convention. The second time I'm going, and I'm excited to hang out with all of you. So if you want to hang out, get a drink, eat some food, jam, watch shows together, watch lectures, I am up for all of it. Please send me a message. I would love to meet up and see each and every one of you and share some tricks and drinks and fun and food and all that jazz. After that, I am flying all the way to LA. Not a huge flight, but still doing it all the way to LA to not only hang out with a mastermind client, but also to do a show together. So if you want to come and see me perform and you live anywhere near LA, then please send me a message. I would love for you to come to the show. And of course, if you just want to hang out, get drinks, jam, whatever, I would love to see you too. So please send me a message if you are going to be in LA just after Magic Live, which I think is in LA, August 9, 10, and 11. From there, I am flying all the way to Fiji for a business convention, not a magic convention, but a business convention. If you live in Fiji and you're a Fijian magician and you want to hang out, I would love to hang out with you. Last time when I was in Hawwaii for this business convention, I hung out with some great Hawaiian magicians. So I'm excited to hang out with some Fijian, I have to learn how to say that, Fijian magicians. After that, I am heading down under to Sydney and Melbourne for a lecture in each of those cities. I would love to hang out with you if you live there. Come and see the lecture, learn some business, learn some tricks. Let's hang out, let's get food. All I'm doing in those cities, aside from exploring and having a good time, is lecturing. So I've got plenty of time to hang out with you if you are going to be there. Now, that's a little bit about me. Let's talk about you. Maybe you want to, go to a city and rent out a theater and do a show. Or maybe you are a magician who wants to lecture and you want to book more lectures, where I'm going to tell you the exact same way that I booked the lectures is the exact same way that I booked the shows. And the answer is something called a cold email. What did I do? Well, I emailed all of the lecture clubs that are going to be in the cities that I'm going to be in, and I said, hey, would you like to do a lecture? I've done lectures here, and here. Let me know, and I'll send you some lecture marketing material that you can look over. When I want to do a show, same deal. I send an email to the people who own venues, and I say, hey, I've done shows at venues like this, and this. I would love to produce a show at your venue. How much does it cost, and can I send you my show promo material, footage, and examples from other venues that I've done? And whether you want to book a lecture, or whether you want to book a show, or whether you want to book like a company party or a festival or a fair or something like that, cold email is an amazing way to do it. So aside from just telling you about cold email, I want to give you the behind the scenes of exactly how to send a cold email and some of the tips that I use when I send cold emails. Because look, I've got templates and tools and softwares and things that I can recommend, but if in this episode I can share with you a couple of the highlights, the format for how it works, then you can start sending some cold emails on your own and getting some results. Just 2 months ago, I sent a cold email to a bunch of resorts around Ontario. I told them about the other resorts that I have performed for. A couple of them booked me, and I went and I did those shows, and they were awesome. So here's the 3 things that you need to book things, lectures, venues, gigs from cold email. Number 1, you need proof. You need something that you can send them after they say, yes, please send me the stuff. What do I mean by that? Well, if you've got a promo video, if you've got a brochure, if you've got whatever, examples of you doing what you want to do for other people just like them, then it's nice to have that locked and loaded and offer that in that first email. Say, would you like me to send you a blank, so that they can scope it out and make sure that you are who you say you are and you do what you say you can do. So for example, when I reached out to all of these resorts. I already had a promo video put together, and I even put together a special promo video from resorts that I've done in the past. So it was very easy at the end of that email to say, hey, would you like to see a promo reel of some of the resorts that I've already done? When I do lectures, I have a lecture booklet about all of the different places I've lectured, what's inside of my lectures, some photos, some testimonials, and some examples, so they can look over after that first email and they can say, hey, this is the kind of thing that I want. So the very first thing that you need is proof. If you don't have any way to prove that you do this thing, it may be tough, not just to get them to answer the email, but it may be tough to get them to actually say yes. The second thing you need is you need what to send them. Now, the best way for me to describe this is to give you an example. The example is, imagine that you got an email from someone that says, do you want SEO help? Well, if you got that email, you'd be like, I don't know who this is. This looks like spam. This could be AI. I don't want anything to do with this. Delete. But if you got an email that said, I work with this magician, the name that you know, and that magician, a name that you know, and this magician, a name that you know, would you like some help with SEO in the name of your city? All of a sudden, you'll read that email and you'll think to yourself, this person actually works with magicians just like me. They know my city. They did their research. The thing I know for sure is this isn't some sort of robot. This is somebody who actually does this and actually chose to reach out. So the thing that makes the biggest difference in what you send in a cold email is the context. Can you mention other people you've done this for? Can you use some examples that they're going to help better understand? Can you mention information about them, like their city, where they live, and what they do, so that they know that you know what you're talking about? So what do you send someone in the first cold email? You're going to say something like, hi, my name is Jonah. I'm reaching out about doing a blank, a lecture in your city, a show at your venue, about getting booked to perform at your theater, whatever. I performed at places like XYZ that had this many people, that many people, and those many people, and would love to do something at your theater because it's so beautiful, and I would love to do something with you guys. If you're interested, let me know below, or if you're interested, please reply to this email. I'd love to send you some promo material. It is that easy as to what to send in the first email. You can also send some follow-up emails that will make a big difference, but for the first email, it's really about giving them some context. And the last thing that you need for cold emails is you need who to send it to. Now, for some instances, it's obvious. Like, for example, if you want to do a lecture, well, you find lecture groups in the city that you're going to. You can find them by Googling, going on Facebook groups, and even asking your magician friends who live near that area. If you want to do a show in a theater, then just Google theaters in that area. But if it's something a little bit more complicated, like, for example, performing at a company party or performing at a college or something like that, those resources are not as obvious, so you have to dig around and find it. And you may be able to find it, but also you can find software out there that will help you collect those emails, and you can even hire people called web scrapers that will collect those emails for you because they're really, really good at it, and it's a really great way to hire somebody. So those are the only 3 things that you need to start sending some cold emails. You need proof, something to actually send them once they read the first email. You need what to send them in that email, and the best thing to send is context of other examples that you've done that. And then number 3 is you need who to send the stuff to. So there you have it. I hope that you learned something, and I hope that I get to see you in one of those cities. Las Vegas, Los Angeles, Fiji, Sydney, Melbourne. If you live in any of those cities, please reach out. You can find me on Facebook, on Instagram. You can email me at magic@Toronto Magic Company. I would love to see you. Thanks so much for being here. Thanks for learning with me, and I'll see you next Thursday. Ciao.